Welcome everyone to Draw 5 of the 2024 Child's Challenge hosted at Potomac Curling Club. This is the first draw of the second round of our tournament. So a few of these games are B event games and a few of them are the second round of the A events. Start out on our feature sheet, we have Team Sheet Happens versus Team Fabian. We also have on sheet A, Stone Savvy versus Waffle House Fight Club. On sheet C, we have Almost Canadians versus Team Fannon. And we'll have that game on the right-hand side of the screen for you to watch throughout the coverage. And on sheet D, we have Team Ice Queens versus Team Cape Cod Curlers. And we'll be providing updates for our games on sheets A and D as those games go. But we will probably not have too much video coverage. But we will try to get you score updates as they happen, and if one of our other two main games finish, we'll switch over one of those feeds to those outer sheets. So the teams are in the process of finalizing their coin flips for hammer and stone color, and we'll be getting started in just a moment. So I will switch us over to our view on the ice. Okay, so Team Sheet Happens hogged their first rock at the end. And I still have the stone colors backwards. Team Fabian is throwing the yellow rocks, and Team Sheet Happens has the red rocks here on our feature game. So over on sheet A, Team Waffle House Fight Club has the red rocks and has the hammer. Oh, hold on. There we go. Let's try to get that fixed. For some reason. Okay, so I did have it right the first time. Sheet Happens is yellow. For some reason, the screen was showing sheet C coverage in the main window instead of sheet B, and was confusing me. So, all right, now, yeah, Team Fabian is now throwing their second. They have the red rocks. Over on sheet D, Team Ice Queens has the red rocks, but the Cape Cod Curlers have the hammer. All right, and that second rock from Team Fabian is going to drift out the back. All right, and on sheet C, the Almost Canadians have the yellow rocks, and they also have the hammer. Hear them calling sweep for line. So what we've seen a lot already this weekend through all of our other 4 draws is that the ice has quite a bit of curl in it. So you probably hear a lot of line calls for them to hold that line. So we did just finish a full scrape between draw 4 and this draw. And then they did also run rocks prior to this draw starting. So sometimes that leads the curlers to be a little fooled by the speed of the ice early because they expect it to be slower than it actually is. This one also from Team Fabian looks like it's going to drift all the way through the back of the house. Nice little nose hit over on sheet C by the Almost Canadians. Sheet happens is just trying to hit that red rock in the house, but it is going to over curl. Yeah, not even going to get a piece of that. Again, the ice has a lot of curl in it this weekend. We did a flood last weekend, and then we also retextured the rocks in preparation for this Bonspiel. So the ice has had a lot more curl in the last week than it has over the last couple months. And sometimes that actually can fool the local teams a little bit because they were used to the ice prior. Let's come sit on this one. Whereas the visiting teams come in with no assumption about the conditions of the ice at the club. So Team Fabian throwing a nice 2-guard in front of their rock in the house, protected. Choice. So the Potomac team here is trying to just draw behind that rock in that red rock in the house, out count. Looks like it might be a touch heavy, but it's coming down pretty nicely. It is going to be a little bit deeper than they wanted, but it is going to be pretty much on the line. So there's not a good direct takeout, but there's plenty of room to curl one in and out count with it being in the back 8. And that appears to be what Team Fabian is going to just try to do. One really doesn't have a lot of rotation on it. It is coming in nicely to where they want, but it didn't quite have enough finish because of that lost handle. So it is a little exposed. So Jen Skidmore is going to try to just pick that out. I think I heard her say bumper for the weight call. But she might want to consider control weight with that line just because of how much curl's there. Looks like this is going to curl nicely. And it's going to get that piece, but it is going to lose the shooter. So they're just going to try to put that one back, a little more weight, get it curled over a little bit more. I don't want it up here. Yes, yes, yes. Something fun, Jude. Okay, right here, right on the nose. One looks a little light as it's coming down. I don't think that's even going to make it to the house. So instead of a little more weight, that was a little less weight. So that stays around as another guard. So team from Potomac is going to just try to curl it in behind those guards and out count the red in the house with a nice draw. See if they can take advantage of that missed draw shot from Team Fabian. Team Fabian is here. They're a combination of Jersey Pinelands and the North Shore curling clubs. And again, the team sheet happens is a local team here from Potomac Curling Club. So we're on the first of Skips Rocks. This looks a little light. It's curling a lot. It's only going to end up being a pretty high guard right along the center line. So Team Fabian is going to try to execute that draw again. Team Fabian really needing to make something happen here because they have the hammer in this end. This looks like it might be a little wide, but again, the ice has a lot of curl. Wow, that is really starting to curl. But it looks like it might be a little light. They're trying to drag it, and oh, they're dragging it pretty well. It is going to out count. That's going to be shot. But it still leaves plenty of open area in the forefoot to draw to out count. For sheet happens to threaten the steal or the force. So they're going to try to come in and just line it up in the top four, right out count those two reds. Let me know what it looks like from down there and I'll adjust. Jen's taking ice at the edge of the 8-foot, which should be about the right amount of ice, though sometimes, again, it's got a lot of curl, so might need a touch more. Oh, and actually, Jen told Mindy to give her a little less ice after taking a look from the delivering end. For anyone who's interested, the draw bracket for the tournament this weekend is posted on the Potomac Curling Club website, and you can follow along. It is being updated as we go. That way you can see where the teams you're interested in are at. We do have a 3-game guarantee, so we do have A, B, and C events. So this is the first part of the B event here, because this is only every team's second game. And there is a last chance or a second chance D event that will be qualified out of the A later tomorrow. to end up with those 4 events for our event semifinals and finals on Sunday morning. This rock is looking, it might be a little heavy. Looks like it might come down onto that back yellow, maybe? Try to push it out. Oh, I think they did give it enough of a push. I think red's sitting 3 here. It's 2 for sure. So they came to an agreement. I think it's 3. We'll see what they hang. So Team Fabian making things happen with the hammer in that first end. And our game over on sheet D just finished, and they hung a 1-point steal for Team Ice Queens over Team Cape Cod Curlers. And our games on sheets A and C are still in the process of finishing the first end. So we'll get those to you here. They should be, well, sheet C, they're delivering the hammer right now. And there's a mess of rocks out in front of the house, but it's hard to tell what the count is. And they did confirm. It was 3 points for red here on sheet B. So, and yellow just sinks it right into the top 8. A nice draw shot. It is a little exposed, but Team Fabian's just going to try to freeze right to the front of it, or give it a little bump. Yeah, I think they're okay if it gives a little bump. They're on this for line, and it's gonna grab their red guard. And the shooter is going to spill all the way out the back. A lot of rocks in play over on sheet A. We'll get you, but they are moving them back. So we'll get you a score update hopefully as soon as they hang it. So here on sheet B, team sheet happens, just draws right to the top of the 12. Not quite frozen to the other one. Leaves a possibility for a double here. And Team Fabian looking to probably do that. They're coming in with a normal weight takeout. Heard right away that she does think it's narrow, so gonna sweep for line to keep it straight. It's starting to come over. It's gonna just get the 1. And the shooter spills. No, not quite. It might even still be biting. that little spin move that the rock did at the end. Still waiting for sheets A and C to hang their scores for that first end. This one got a little more weight on it. Looks like it's going to come into the back of the house. Oh, right to the button. That is covering the pin. Oh, and we have the score update on sheet A. Team Waffle House Fight Club, another one of our local Potomac teams, takes 3 points over Stone Savvy. That's going to just grab the front yellow rock and fully uncover that one on the button. And Team Fannon just finally hung up the score. They got a 1-point steal off of Team Almost Canadians. And they leave that one up as a high center guard. Looking a little light from Team Fabian. They're trying to carry it, but this looks like it'll still end up as a guard. But a nice deep guard, right? You know, 3 near the center line. But a little short of the house. And Jen wants to just have them draw another one over into the 8-foot, bury it under the guards on the shooter's left. Yeah, a little late there because it's going to crash on the guard, and that's going to roll. And it's, ooh, I don't think that one's biting. I think the red might be, but the yellow probably not. So the yellow one on the button is still covered up from a possible, well, direct hit, but this looks like this is going to be possibly a raise on their deep guard. Yeah, it's got a fair bit of weight, but on it for line right away. That's curling already. That's going to be on or past the high guard. It's a high yellow. Oh, it's past it. That's curling all the way over to the opposite side of the sheet. But it is going to come in and it's going to touch the house. It's going to be out in the very edge of the 12. So something to keep an eye on if red ends up scoring in this end. That could come into play. So could that one on the other side. That's a possible biter. Because as many of us know, the circles might not always be exactly 6 foot. So you got to break out the biter bar sometimes, and it'll tell you that some rocks that may look out are actually still counters. And sheet happens is going to crash their own guard, and they're going to thankfully not push another redstone all the way in. It gives them another deeper guard closer to the house. And unfortunately, that also uncovers most of that yellow center stone. So a nice, easy hit here. Looks like they're probably going for a heavy draw weight, not necessarily a full-on takeout. The ice they're giving, that could be back line, maybe a little past. Certainly, probably not anything more than hack at most. Looks like it's got the weight. They're not sweeping it, but they're trying to get it to curl. And that's something else we've seen this weekend, is that sometimes on some lines, if they've been worn in, that a more upweight shot will actually run a lot straighter than other parts of the ice. But it will still have plenty of curl on the downweight shots. So, yeah, that one ended up just flashing through. Not really coming in to threaten at all that yellow rock as it passed by. So they're going to try to take away. They're going to try to draw right to. Yeah, they're going to try to draw in from the opposite side and draw in a counter that also helps protect that center line from them trying that heavy draw again. So we're going to try to put this in the top 8, just a little outside the center line. So as a reminder to everyone, though it hasn't come up yet in this draw, we are playing with the no-tick rule. And if we get to a point where that is something that will come into play, we will talk about that a little more. Also, these draws are timed. The curlers are given 1 hour and 50 minutes to play. At the end of that hour 50, they will finish the end that they are in and play no more. If a game is tied at either the end of time or if they finish 8, they will do a draw to the button, except for in the finals where they will play a full extra end. So ooh, that was very close. Rogue rock coming in from sheet C, almost having an effect on our play here on sheet B. It's sometimes the dangers of the club environment where there's no runners or anything down the sidelines to separate the sheets other than just the line itself that's buried in the ice. Makes it easy to work with the ice, but it also lets that kind of thing happen, and every once in a while you'll see a rock come flying in from another sheet. So this is going to be the last rock from red this end. This has got a good amount of weight to it. So again, they're just trying to hit that center, and that looks like it's gonna flash again. I don't think that's gonna, it's gonna get a piece, but it's gonna only push it out to the 12, and the shooter is gonna stay fully open for a nice, this should be a nice easy nose hit for 2 from yellow. Not really a shot for anything more, because I don't even think that yellow rock that's out there is touching the sheet, and even if it is, there's 2 other red rocks out there that probably more than likely outcount. So this would be a nice inside out shot for the nose hit. Even if it doesn't quite get nose, as long as it hits mostly nose, it won't roll too far, and it will get that. They'll pick up that deuce. We're also down to the hammer on C, where this is where yellow is facing a draw against 2. Yeah, they got to sweep that for line because it's starting to curl. Oh no, this is going to spill the shooter. Are they going to get it at all? No. Oh, they're going to give up the steal of 1. It's a nice draw in from the almost Canadians to get their single over on sheet B, or on sheet C. So that'll tie that up at 1 apiece. And that rock just has a lot of finish at the end from Team Fabian. So instead of being a center guard, that's more of a corner. So she happens just calling the draw behind. It looks like they've finished the second end over on sheet D as well and have started the third, but waiting for them to hang that score. Oh, that one also has a lot of finish and curls all the way over to where they were expecting. Just needed another 8 to 10 feet of weight. So Team Fabian giving the exact same ice because they're looking to draw behind their guard now. Or really the double guards.
Do you want to go for the hit? Copy! Okay. That's fine. It was a little bit wrong, too. Okay.
This one got a little wide and is not going to curl all the way over. It is going to come in to the rings and sit right to the side of the button on the tee line. This is going to crash on that guard. And it's going to go all the way out, so we're going to have free guard zone rule come into play. And Team Fabian Skip almost forgot about that. But thankfully Mindy, the vice from Team Sheet Happens, was keeping track, and that guard goes right back to where it was. So over on Sheet D, they hung their second end score, and the Cape Cod Curlers got forced to take one. So that'll knot that game up at 1 apiece. As this rock comes in for a better center guard, protecting that shot rock in the 4-foot. And Sheet A has just finally finished their second end. We'll get that score for you as soon as they hang it. Like it's got a good line, but it's just not got the weight. It's going to come down. It's going to touch on that guard, and it's going to stay out in the guard zone right on the center line. So they're kind of building a wall out there. So Fabian asking to just go top house behind the guards. Try to pile another one in before the rest of the draw paths get taken away. And before Sheet Happens starts trying to peel stuff off. So this one looks a little down. It's over curling. It's going to be on that yellow stone. Bump some guards around. Everything's going to stay out in the guard zone. So Jen Skidmore calling for a nose hit with control weight. Try to run that yellow back into the red. Get that takeout. Ooh, I think that might be a little wide. I don't know that that's going to curl that much. Yeah, that's going to flash by. Miss it by a few inches. So Team Fabian looking to raise their own guard in. I would probably just try to draw in instead between that yellow center and the red that she wants to raise. There's plenty of room between those two rocks. Then you're not disturbing any of the guards. But that looks a little light, and it's all with it being that outside. I don't think that's going to have the weight they're looking for. Yeah, it's going to wick off, and it's going to spill in, sit 12, so a little accidental draw.
Hit this one, Mindy. Straight back. Nose it. Control. All right, line's good. From your way. Thank you.
So Jen's going to try to run those back again.
Don't touch it. I like it. No. Yes, line.
Ooh, that's a good amount of weight Mindy gave it, but that is falling outside. And that is going to miss everything. Yeah, I would agree that that is the better shot to plug up that path. Because you've seen that the hits haven't been coming, and so just plug up the draw that would probably be in the next try. Oh, this is going to over curl. It's curling all the way to the center line with that. Yeah, they need to sweep that for line to keep it straight, because that didn't do them any help because it drifted all the way over the center line, and that port's still there. Did take away the raise attempt because it now is partially blocking that yellow, but Jen's just going to try to draw in through the draw in now because they still have that open port. I think they need to be on this for on it, sweep, sweep, sweep. Oh, it just sneaks past, and it gets the top one, and is gonna roll over and into the back 8. So yellow now cut down to 1 for now, but still a few rocks left in this end. So red has 6 rocks in play right now, with 2 stones left to be delivered. But 4 of those in play from red are out in the guard zone, so. This stone is well wide. It's already biting over. And if it gets out that wide, it's gonna slow down, and this is gonna barely be over the hog line. So that ends up still in front of the other guards. So not really helping anybody. So Jen's going to try to do the same shot they just executed again, draw down. And with that red that's in the 12 having been pushed over a little bit with yellow's last, it's a little bit cleaner shot to the 1 in the 4-foot. So we'll try to give that a bump and sit for shot. Jen having Mindy give her plenty of ice all the way out at the edge of the house. Got to curl this. It's really starting to curl over now. Oh, wow. Look at that finish. And it's going to bump, and That's going to out-count that red. So red's now sitting first and fourth. Yellow second and third. With just, I believe this is just the hammer left.
Sweep all the way hard. Sweep. Come on. Come on. Breathe. Come on. Come on. Hold that line. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Or, oh, no, sorry. There's one rock for each team left. Sweepers are on. Oh, now they're off. Gotta let it curl. And there it goes. It's taking a dive. It's gonna come in. And it's gonna bump the yellow up just a little bit. Improve it, but no real change. So yellow's still sitting second and third. So they gotta try to draw in and touch button. They can give that red enough of a bump, which probably is difficult given the weight that you need to throw to even get to the button. They're probably going to be limited to just the one here if they can hit the button. So they're going to try it one more time. They got to be careful not to rub off of their own rock there. Oh, this is really wide. Yeah, I don't know that that's going to curl that much. The last one curled a lot, but this is going to curl onto the... Yeah, it's going to curl onto that guard. So this is going to be another 1-point steal for red. So Team Fabian sneaking away with another one. Go up 5-0. So we're down to the hammer on sheet C. Fannon drawing to try to get multiple. That last one flashes through. It's one red for sure. It's hard to tell if there's a second. There's a couple. There's one red on one side and a yellow out on the edge of the 8 on the other side. And I think they might be looking at a measure here. They're being very careful not to move those rocks. So. Yeah, they're breaking out the measuring tool. So they're gonna figure out if there's if it's one red or two. Keeping an eye on that. So yellow gave red a little bump there in the guard zone here on our feature sheet, but no harm done. Everything's still in play. And it was not on the center line. This one's carrying a little bit. Is it going to stick around? No, it will not. So they moved the 2 red rocks and not the yellow, so kind of indicating that there might have been only 1 red scoring on C, not 2. But we'll get the confirmation when they hang the score. So we finally got a score update from the second end on sheet A, where Team Waffle House Fight Club picked up another one and is up 4-0, and they're almost done with their third end. And sheet happens, just sends that one out the back. Over on sheet D, Team Cape Cod Curlers stole 1 to go up 2-1 over the Ice Queens. And we're still waiting on sheet C to confirm if it was 1 or 2. So Red's already delivered their first, but we knew it was 1. They had the 1 in the forefoot. So Team Fabian sends that one into the back of the 12 to count. So protected from some takeouts, the angle there, but Jens is going to ignore it and try to out-count it. 1 in the 8-foot behind the guards. Oh, and there it is. Team Fannon hangs up a 1 on sheet C after that measure. Going to be a little deep. I need it to curl. No, it gets the line, but they're a little bit deep. They're right in front of the tee line. So plenty of ability to come in and bump that back. Sit for shot. Looks like there's a measure going on over on sheet A for to finish their third end. And Team Fabian gonna miss a little bit on that one and send it through. Didn't quite get the curl, or probably were a little wide on the line. And Jen's asking for a lot of ice here from Giselle. Well, they need to stay on that for weight. Touching 12, but it's still only third. And it's fully exposed, so that's going to be an easy hit to get rid of that one. It's going to be a little lighter. It's going to be a... Oh, they're calling normal, but that's a lot. Still a lot of ice for normal weight. But again, ice had a lot of curl, so we'll see what happens. They might only be aiming to get just enough of it to peel it off. Instead of trying to get the nose hit or the hit and roll. So that one is not going to make it, and that one's going to flash by as well. So a couple of missed shots there from Team Fabian in the fourth end, giving Team Sheet Happens maybe an opportunity to get in this game, score some points. So we're up to Vice Rocks here. Mindy immediately saying it's narrow. Sweepers aren't on it. So it looks like they're going to get a piece of their own and send it back. Going to miss the one in the 4, but is it going to? Nope. So push that to the opposite side of the 12. So Yellow's sitting 1, 3, and 4. Oh, and over on sheet A, the Lena, the Vice for Team Waffle House Fight Club just hung up their score, and they got a 3-point steal to make that score 7-0. So Team Fabian just threw another draw in and sat in the 8-foot. So they're now second and third. But still didn't outcount that shot rock in the 4-foot. This yellow rock is come in and it's going to out count. That's a nice shot right to the back side of the button.
Nice sweep, girls.
So you're now sitting 2, but there's still plenty of rocks left in this end. As we're just now going to get to Skips Rocks. So Red's got a nice open hit for
Hello.
Hey, Jamie. How's it going?
Good. How
Welcome
you
to
doing,
the
Dylan?
stream.
Thank you. What are we looking at?
So, you're probably happy about your wife's team over on sheet A.
I'm definitely watching.
Yeah, being up 7-0.
They're having a good game.
They are.
They're getting the bounces they didn't get yesterday.
Guess that's how it works out. Here on sheet B, it's 5-0. Team Fabian over sheet happens.
Okay. And sheet happens looking good in the house right now. 2 rocks in the 4.
Yep.
Okay.
But this is this is actually going to just
not
sneak
clip.
by.
Okay.
So Team
And
Sheet
it
Happens
is-
can try to see if they can protect something here.
Yeah. First yellow skips stone. So yellow with hammer.
Yes.
So an opportunity here to maybe make up some ground.
Yes, definitely. On sheet C, Team Fannon leads the Almost Canadians 2-1.
That's a good game.
Yes.
Almost Canadians from Rochester.
Yep, they've just been trading ones.
Nice, nice.
And over on sheet D, we have another 2-1 game between the Ice Queens and Cape Cod Curlers.
Both great clubs and great folks.
Yep.
Yeah. So what was the call over here on B? What did Mindy and Jen decide? Looks like they're drawing in for a guard.
Yeah, that would be what I would probably call here, at
Yeah.
least for the this first one.
So just left of the center line from our perspective.
Yep. So
Do you hate coming down to touch the 4-foot and out count that stone, or does that set up the triple for them?
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that with this rock.
Stay high and then maybe nudge yourself up depending on how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to leave them any opportunity to pop anything out.
Yeah.
With an upweight hit.
Yeah. No, and if you can put 3 on the board, fingers crossed. Suddenly it's a 2-point game in the 4th, and
yeah,
you've got hammer on the even ends. All right, sweepers like it. They're not doing much. Giselle looking. I think the direction from Mindy is make sure it's over. Yeah, that'll get over, and if they don't oversweep it, that shouldn't. It's going to finish.
Keep it straight.
Look at that. Look at how hard that finished.
Oh,
look at how hard that finished.
Yikes.
3 feet of curl in the last. It was almost a triangle.
Yeah, I mean that's something we've seen all throughout the last 4 draws. Is that this ice has a crazy amount of curl in it.
Yep. Talking to some of the ice crew, it is punishes a lazy handle.
Yes.
It encourages you to put a good 3 or more rotations on the stone as you throw it, and that'll mitigate some of that dive. And with the dive is unpredictability, right?
Right.
So, yeah, hopefully we've been beating that drum with everybody. And some are adjusting quick.
Yep.
Kama laughing over there. Kama likes a lazy handle.
All right, so this will be the last rock from Team Fabian here in this end.
All right. And I think just calling the same downweight hit. Oh, no. That looks like they're just trying to draw into the pocket. That's hanging out. I think the only counter here, and trying to push. I'm sorry I don't have everybody's name, and if I know you, I doubly apologize. Yeah, and that's the unpredictability of that handle. So that should be good. That's going to come in, nudge on the button, and sit real pretty.
Oh, that's the shot rock right there. It's covering the pin.
Yeah, I don't see how you get rid of that as yellow.
Yeah, I don't think you do.
If you come in kind of 45 degrees northeast,
really
hard and blast it off the yellow, send them squirting out to our right on the screen. One moment, I have kitchen staff reaching out to me. All right. So, Mindy going for the whale at it and hope something good happens. Strategy, which is one of my favorites. As a U5 skip.
Yep, I was gonna say as a U5 curler, that's always seems to be the plan.
Add momentum to a system, add energy to a system, and the system will change.
Question is, does it change for the better?
Oh, you want to be good? Well, I can't help you there.
See, that's the question I ask now that I'm not a U5 curler.
Exactly, yeah. We expect more from you as an upperclassman. All right. I think Mindy calling for a sweep.
Oh,
and
this is
something with the in-off. No, wow. Yep. Beautiful steal of 1 from Rochester.
And that has been
Team Fabian. Sorry, Team Fabian.
That has been the story in this game, is that it has been just slightly missed opportunities for sheet happens, and it just keeps being steal after steal.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That turns around fast. So
certainly did for sheet happens yesterday.
Oh yeah, they came from behind quite hard.
Yeah, they actually tied it up in the last end.
Yeah.
Forced draw to the button, which they won.
Yep.
With a nice.
A very interesting act of dust.
Yeah, I think they. Oh yes, that's the one that picked on something and ended up in the back 8 and won it for him.
Yep. But you know what? 9 out of 10 times, pick ain't going to help you. So you know what? Take the one that does. Where is Fry? I'm going to assume you mean Michael Fry, but maybe not. Patrick McHugh. He came and went. He made ice. If you don't mean Michael Fry, which is very plausible, let us know who you mean, and we'll see where they are. All right. And Team Fabian throwing. Do we have names?
Yeah, so this is
Nimmi Cleve.
Yeah, Nimmi.
I apologize, Nimmi, if I pronounced your name wrong.
This one's just going to float right in.
Yeah, and look at that hook.
Yep.
Right? And
All
no
that
hand
finish.
hook. Yeah. All right. So
Right to the 8-foot.
all right. Jen Skidmore calling for the hit. You got this to Tiyash.
Yep.
Bumper weight. All right, Tiyash, you got this.
Seems like a little narrow for bumper weight.
That's where I trust the skips, especially at this level, to know who's throwing, their tendencies, and
I guess no,
what you're getting out of a player, right?
She ended up giving more ice than what she showed initially, but this is still
it's
curling
moving hard. No.
Yep.
And I think that call over on sheet C for Jill.
Yep.
And
this is the hammer on C, so they're trying to pick up
to get
a couple.
something out of it. Yeah, overthrown by the look of it.
Looks like it's going to be a pickup of only one for the Almost Canadians, but that ties that game up again.
Yeah.
So yet another trade of one.
Yep. Good. We'll keep an eye on that game for
So
you.
that is that is an A event game.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this tournament, of course, a qualifier for the U5 USCA National Tournament, which is being held in Chaska this year, I think.
I do not remember where it's being held.
Yeah. All of the women still in the A event are fighting for a chance to compete nationally with other U5 teams.
Yep.
And it's club serious. I guess I'll put it.
Yeah.
Timer rules are enforced. The brooms are regulation brooms.
Yep.
And Tiyash with another chance at a shot here. Let's see what her. It feels light, but let's see what happens. As that goes up the ice. If you're unaware, regulation brooms, the brooms we use at the club level are illegal in national and international play.
This has got hardly any handle on it.
Yeah, no, that was a beautiful draw, and maybe the call was in fact the draw, and we just thought it was the hit. But
look at that! It actually, because it just was sliding sideways, it actually dug in and stuck in the back 12.
Good, useful.
Yep.
Inventory in play will score you points.
Yes.
A lot of people really like those upweight crazy hits, and there's some accuracy to that, but you can't score with a rock that spills.
Right. Exactly.
All
But back to brooms for competition.
Yeah, tell us about brooms.
So at the higher levels of competition for national and international competition, they have regulated the broom heads because the heads that we use typically at the club level actually they've deemed them to have too much effect, and those higher level curlers could basically bend it like Beckham any way they wanted. And so they're like, we don't like having that much control over the rock. So we're going to regulate what the head is made, what the surface of the pad is made of, to a single fabric. So one, it takes away any variability between brands. Multiple brands still make the heads, but they're all a single type of fabric to have an even playing field between the teams and the manufacturers, but also to reduce how much effect those do in terms of how much they can carve over or hold straight a rock. So it has a little bit more fair, fair competition. So they do have control over those. They do also track during those competitions the brooms themselves, so that players don't switch their brooms other than just the pad between games or during a game. And of course, they can't change the pad during a game, just like any other competition, but they can't switch brooms amongst themselves either. So yeah, there's a lot of extra rules of competition in play at those higher level tournaments for nationals. And yes, they will have the enforced game time clocks for thinking time that to keep the game moving. And I believe that for U5 nationals, and most of them they still only play an 8-end game, except for the actual U.S. nationals and the Olympic trials and those competitions. They do play 10, so they get a little bit extra time on those game clocks. So Jen's calling for a control hit here on the red that's touching the floor. Oh, actually, she was going for the red in the 8-foot. She ended up, that one went well wide of the intended target.
All right, so Team Fabian sitting 3 right now.
So looking to just draw in another one.
Yeah. Yeah, at this level, if I'm playing and I'm where I am, just keep packing them in the house.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go. Yes.
Practice your draw weights for the rest of the tournament. Not that I don't think Sheet has it in them right now. It was a solid comeback yesterday, and I would not underestimate them for a repeat of that action.
Yep. This one's going to end up a little light. Stay out in the guard zone.
Yeah, and that curls out.
So well out in the corner where it's not going to have too much effect probably.
And I'm going to point out to you over on sheet C, we've got 3 red rocks by Team Fannon in the top of the house. And that
Are all of those in? Or that top one?
towards the top of the house.
Yeah, that top one looks
not
like
all
it
biting.
might just be out, but
But Almost Canadians,
they
one
can
of the
get it.
dilemmas we have as a U5 running a game is when to start peeling, when to start clearing things.
Yep.
And Almost Canadians doing so fairly early
Which
before
is-
their vice is stoned.
I think the better call here. Being a tie game,
Yep. Don't let a big end build up on you,
right.
especially with the draws the way they are.
Ooh, that is very close. So it looks to me like this is 2 red still, but it's very close for that second. Probably bust out the measure.
I would be measuring that.
Yeah, certainly bust out the measure to double
Yeah.
check, but
Yeah.
just from a quick look from overhead, it looks like 2 red,
Yeah.
but it's hard
Yeah.
to tell.
Yeah.
Camera angles are a little finicky.
Yep.
So
Fish eyes, and
Yep.
so are the circles.
Yeah,
we
that too.
watched nationals. Actually, both Dylan and I timed for
Yep.
U.S. national tournament, and the sheet that we play on that was built for this tournament had circles out of bound that were not accurate and inaccurate to a measurable fraction of an inch. So at the club level, yeah, don't assume just because one's biting 4 and one's not. The only measurement that matters, thank you, Alan, is what is closer to the button, what's closest to the pin.
Exactly. And as I experienced with during men's league on Monday,
Yep.
that the circles might not even be a full 6 feet.
Nope. No, bring the biter bar. If it's
Yep.
close, measure.
So yeah,
That's
I took advantage of a close one on the edge of the house. My opponent took a look and said, "No, that's out," and threw their hammer right through the house.
Oh, no.
And me and my skip were both thinking even before the hammer shot, well, that one's close enough. We might want to bust out the biter bar for it.
Yep.
And we were right.
Yep.
It barely got the rub, and
Yep.
so we put up a 1-point steal.
And they could have
and
thrown
they-
on into the
And they could have
entire
blanked it
house.
if they'd have done it, but they thought they had the blank already.
Yep. So yeah, all of you U5 vices, be confident, and when in doubt, don't be afraid to measure and stand up for.
Yep.
Don't drag the game down. Don't get a reputation, but if it
Right.
matters,
Yeah. Be reasonable, but
yeah. If you measure every shot, no one will want to play with you.
right. And if you do that when there's officials around, they'll just look at you and be like, "Really?"
Nah, you're on your own.
Yeah.
It's that one. Yep. And they'll point to the other teams.
And if you ask for the same rock multiple times without it moving, they won't even do it. They'll measure it the first time, maybe, depending on the circumstance.
Yeah.
But second time, they're like, no, we've already done that.
Yeah. I will defer to Mr. Young and Mr. McNeil and Mrs. Kirkman on those decisions.
Yep.
All day, every day. I can almost be trusted to run a stopwatch. All right. So, what are we?
Hey,
posting?
I heard glowing things about you at timing at Nationals.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Certainly, you didn't. Even if you make a minor mistake.
Yeah, called out by the reigning national champion was an embarrassing moment, but there are protocols for that.
When it comes to timing, there's a procedure for fixing anything.
Yeah. And
As long as you can say with reasonable certainty what should have happened, it's easily fixed.
Yeah. Yep. They do it in the NFL. I'm okay at a curling.
Well, this is curling, so it's not even that serious.
Exactly. Hey. This is way more serious than football.
Okay. Let me rephrase. This isn't that intense.
Yeah. I'm gunning for the position of curling's Jason Kelsey.
It's probably better anyways.
Yeah. Go for the big brother vibes.
Right. Also, right now, he's the one that's just more universally loved.
Well, what team does he play for?
Well, okay, he plays for the Eagles.
There you go.
But
Thank you.
he's like the one Eagles
what
player
number
that most people can stand.
I didn't hit the mute button in time. So over on A, we haven't hung the score, and I think that might not be an oversight.
No, not yet.
Oh, that would be N4, wouldn't it?
No, they're playing N5.
Yeah. So
but they've been a little tardy putting up their scores anyways.
I tried. If
I
you
know.
are listening and you are playing in this or any Bonspiel that's being broadcast, we beg of you, please hang the score expeditiously, because your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, cousins want to know whether you are winning that end. It's not for us. It's for your family. So we are shaping up still into Skip's last stones here on B.
Yep.
And red firmly shot, maybe second, definitely third, probably fourth. What's your call?
So let's take a look at this. So if I was red, what would I do? Well,
I would not want to risk raising that yellow, but I don't think that's much of a risk.
So if you do it right, you could pick it out, and with another, you could use the yellow, hit him, and spill both.
Yeah.
Get the raise double.
You want to go for the steal. It's red's Fabian's shot now. You're going for the steal.
So in that case,
of 4 or 5, yeah. Okay.
So in that case, red just wants to protect, throw another guard right in front
on the center line.
Yeah, we're just off.
Just over on the right, take away that raise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what yellow would try to do here is they might take the force, but they would do the raise, but with a little less weight to just bump the second one into the button.
Yep.
There's not much else that's available, unfortunately.
Missed hit on sheet A. And that's going to, well, it's going to finish nice. It's going to be a little overcurled.
Yeah.
But it will take away, it takes away a bit. It takes, it raises the margin of error, or narrows the margin of error.
Yeah.
And
makes it a little tougher to make sure you get that raise, but it's still there.
Yep.
And over on sheet C, we've
wow.
got...
That is a traditional U5 constellation.
Yep.
Between the 4 feet, between,
5 red rocks by themselves in
Having
the front of the house.
Played Mary last year at the Kaiser, she likes to play that. And Mary, feel free to tell me how wrong I am if and when you hear this. But when you're playing U5, clogging the center top and playing the raise game can be an effective strategy.
So do have a score update from sheet D. In the fourth end, the Cape Cod Curlers snuck away with one more point steal.
All right.
Be up 3-1.
This is a very thiefy draw today.
Yes. with the exception of C, where they're just trading forces.
Trading ones, yeah.
Although this end on C
This
may not be ending that way.
If I'm Rochester, though, I hate to say it, all you've got to do is draw to the forefoot.
Well, but the problem is that almost Canadians do not have the hammer.
Oh.
Because they scored in the fourth.
So even if they draw under, there's sets of raises there. Yeah. So still, I'd like to be buried under those rocks if I were yellow.
Yeah, and that seems to be what they're lined up for, is that draw to the forefoot. So this one's coming. Whoa, there it's diving.
Yeah, yeah. And they're calling themselves. Oh. Yellow might chip in for something. No, not quite enough mass. So another steal of 1, maybe 2.
Yeah.
Let's see if
I would say they're going to bust out the measure here.
Now the question is.
Yeah, they're going to.
If you call for the measure as red. Well, play for every point.
Yep.
Play for every point.
Yeah,
so
they're going to bust out the measure.
Yep. Over on sheet C.
So
Fannon is now, Mary is now throwing for what looks like 1, 2, 3, her 4th, maybe 5th. And she might be considering whether she can chip 1 on for 5. Yeah, so she's got 4 probably, almost certainly.
Yeah, so they're gonna measure here on B.
Look at how far out they're holding that broom.
Wow, all the way to the sideline almost.
Yep. And
because they're just gonna try to. They're not going to try to raise. They're just going to try to.
She just wants to hit the
sneak
house
around
in a game like this, taking 4.
Yeah. This is a big end that Fannon is going to take here, for sure.
Yep.
Oh, this is curling.
Look at that move. Look at that move. Can we get the overhead on this one? And there's the chip in.
Yeah, let's go with the house.
And swept hard enough. That's 5.
My gosh, that is 5.
Yeah, she played the raise.
Wow.
On a nearly centerline rock from beyond the edge of the 12 foot.
After trading ones back and forth.
So Mary's opening it up.
Team Fannon with a massive end.
Yeah.
Schuster style to take 5. Yeah. If you want to call it that.
Watching him play a couple weeks ago, he's patient. He'll sit there, he'll trade ones, he'll play small ball with you. And the minute he gets the chance, open it up.
Yep.
He's a patient player, and so is Mary.
All right, so we'll go back to the double view for C.
Yep.
While they get their 6th end started, and watch the measure here on B. And I think that's
a lot on the yellow.
Although maybe they're going to go around again.
No, you got to go around, Mindy. All right. Mindy will be invited to the Alan McNeil Monday Developmental Rules and Officiating Extravaganza. And here they come.
I could basically teach that class too now.
Oh, well.
I went to the level 2 course last weekend.
You are now officially Alan McNeil's understudy.
Yep, exactly. So at least they're still going around the right direction. That's yellow.
Steal of
just 1.
Steal of 1 for red.
Yep. So.
All right. So I'm gonna call us out on A. You see Christy, my wife, on the left side, looking like she's calling Lena Hornland to throw a draw. Okay.
And a score update because they hung their 4th end score.
Yeah. 9.
Yeah.
So took 2.
The Fight Club took 2 more.
Fight Club Waffle House is throwing, and you can't really see it from here, so I will not talk about it. Oh, there you go on the top left of your screen. They're swooping hard to try to get that rock either frozen or just under the yellow. Beautiful, beautiful draw by Lena.
Oh my, yes, you can see that.
Little hair exposed, unfortunately.
But that was in the forefoot.
Yep. Beautiful draw. Did not move as much. And I happened to notice Lena put a good amount of rotation on her head, on her rock.
Yeah, so we got some Potomac teams on the opposite ends of big games.
Yeah, yeah.
Between sheets A and B.
All right.
And sheet D still working on the 5th end.
And Jen Skidmore calling a guard, because if you want to score, you need guards. That's going to be heavy.
Yeah.
And that's going to allow Team Fabian to play a hit game, clear out the house.
Because that's going to sit
right
at the front of the tee line. And she's indicating the freeze, which is an interesting choice.
Well, yeah, right. Narrow the scoring area.
Yeah, but at this point, I mean, they're up 7.
Yeah. Well,
this seems like the wait for a freeze.
Yeah. They're sweeping hard. They're sweeping hard. I think we might crash. If we don't crash, yeah, that's going to raise up their guard. So, sweepers off. Take the raise. See if you can get a biter.
And that will be
look at the way that
full
just
12.
finished. Just a little back under its own guard.
Yep.
Team Fabian throwing beautifully today and getting a lot of the bounces.
Yep. Sometimes one team just has the ice figured out.
Yeah, and sometimes it's uphill for you both ways.
Yeah.
Yep, little light is the call. Giselle sweeping hard, Jen calling all the way. Yeah, they're trying to drag that in. This might not. If this finishes well, and the way things have been, if it gets over the hog, go, 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 go.
Yep.
Yep.
It's over.
And every inch will narrow the hit shot that Fabian may be attempting.
Yep.
On this shot stone. That said, I would call that pretty wide open. But this is U5. Anything can happen.
Yes, it can.
Katie throwing. No handle, the announcement. Yeah, that's almost full rotation between both hogs. And that'll come in, and that looks like it'll just come in and freeze the original shot called. Oh, bump back quite a bit.
Yeah, it's going to bump it.
It's going to sit shot under cover.
Yep, right in front of the pin.
Yeah. So Jen's got a chance at it. Jen and Fabian laughing in the house.
Yep.
So people having a good time here at the 2024 Childs, Elizabeth Childs. So yeah, we got a little tangential on the brooms, but yeah, this winner of this spiel gets to go to Chaska, which is one of the most beautiful clubs I think I've ever been to. And,
you've certainly been to a lot more clubs than I have.
We go hard. I swear this year we're slowing down.
I mean,
he says for the 4th year in a row.
Yeah, I've only had the
beautiful throw, Giselle.
Yes.
Nudge it back, sit with a bit of cover, and unlocks that red. Well, buries that red one a bit, but the critic in me sees the double there. The
but
U5 in me says,
I would say that it is now easier to hit that one.
Yeah.
Than it was, because now you can come in off the opposite handle, which is easier to get around that high guard.
Yeah. And I think Fabian just saying, let's ignore it.
Yep. Yeah, she doesn't care about how many of her rocks are in play. Honestly, if I were her, I would have gone after the yellow rock that's in the 4-foot.
Yep.
But, oh, she's going to, well, this is going to sit in front of it.
Yep.
So, I guess that leaves a possibility of a...
It's there. I mean, the geometry is there, and the line that Jen's calling, come across the top, spill to the right, and yeah, maybe do something. a fun chance to take the circus shots.
Yep.
All right, things shaping up as this shot comes out from Giselle.
Oh, that was an interesting little. Did you see what Giselle did with the handle?
Oh, I missed that.
So she let go, put her hand up on top of it again to give it its handle, which is legal.
That
you
has
can
become
do that.
legal. You can
yes.
double touch it. Yeah.
Yes. Because USA Curling and the WCF as a whole have just decided that, you're not going to as long as it's before the hog line, all bets are off on that.
And it's not like we're taking these big back swings anymore unless you're playing outside.
Right.
Just a quick update on C. Mary has 4 more red rocks packed up in the house here.
Is there 4? I only see 3.
Yep. 1 on the back, 1 on the 4, and 2 up at the top of the house. And there's that wedge from the center, from the tee out and front.
Yeah, the 4th one must just be hidden
dangerous,
on the camera view.
Yep. Yeah, it's behind the Herbice, or the Rochester.
Oh, there it
stick.
is.
Yeah. Turns out if you look at it like with your eyes through the glass, you can see things that are not available on the television.
Yeah, fortunately I've got computer screens in my face.
Yes, our stalwart operator, Dylan Klensky, is running the show, letting those of us who like to talk just talk and watch the game and tell you all about it. And of course, if you're family, friends, critics, please feel free to weigh in the chat as we're coming to the natural endpoint of several of these games.
Yeah, that's a pretty good shot. So that'll be 3rd now.
Yep. Just, if you're up at this level where hitting is not quite as precise, pack the house.
Yep.
Let your opponent try to chase you.
Oh, it looks like our coordinator has walked out and is giving the curlers their 20-minute warning.
Yeah. Finish this in. You can play 1 more if you're fast. All right, All right, Jen calling hack weight. Mindy demanding less ice. No. There you go. Mindy not afraid to ask for what she's looking for.
So I believe that the winners of these games have a good amount of time before their next game.
Oh, yeah.
I think that if they win this draw, they don't play until tomorrow.
That can be a good thing.
I think if they lose, I think they have to come back at tonight at 8:45.
You know what?
I'd have to look at the draw.
Played games where I only want to win because I don't want to play twice in a row at 10 o'clock at night, or I don't want to play at 7 in the morning.
Oh, no. Okay, so at least for our game on sheet B, even the loser, their draw is tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock.
Okay, bright and early at 8.
But the winner has until tomorrow afternoon.
Wow, that's a full 24 hours.
Yep.
Well, between starts, so
yeah,
21 and some change between games.
Yeah.
All right, and this red rock, first of 2 stones by Fabian, coming in and just the same call. Come in, get on the 4-foot, back to 4-foot. Mary throwing the same, come in, pack the 4-foot.
It's going to get to 12.
Vika saying she likes the weight, doesn't want to sweep, doesn't want to oversweep, and jumping on it. As you see in the bottom right corner of your screen. And that'll do just fine. That'll bite, out count, and block a raise. All right, Jen calling for, and actually this is nice. Oh, no, there's a guard there. Narrow shot by Melinda. Apologizing, you heard the shouted sorry. Henrik and Evan, if you're watching. And, we have bounces, we have slides. Nothing good happens, but nothing bad happens, fortunately, too. All right, so 1 more shot. Oh, 2, sorry, I lied to you. This is, yes, Fabian's final shot. I see 2 red rocks back there, hence my confusion. but I see 2 yellow shot rocks too. So
Yeah, we're just getting started
we are
with
now in skip stones.
Yeah.
Over on sheet A, we have handshakes. Waffle House Fight Club featuring Lena Sticky Hands Hornland has run away with that one. A good showing by them, and to those of us watching, good showing by all players on the ice.
Yep. So that game will finish 9-0.
And let's see here.
Oh, we have a score update from sheet D.
Yeah. Ice
yes.
Queens roaring back with 3.
Yep.
Take the lead and keep the game interesting. And a heavyweight throw. If you see it on the bottom right corner of your screen, just trying to break up that 200-plus pound mass of granite anchoring the center of the house, and it did a good job. Unfortunately, it didn't change the situation; it just expanded it. But that's good. I mean, if you're almost Canadian, which not all of us can be Canadian, it gives you the opportunity to draw in and salvage a point, maybe 2. But it definitely helps avoid the steal. And our final shot by Team Fabian, just sealing things up. Yep. They're happy to take a point. Oh.
No, I think there's one more.
Well, they're taking pictures. Oh, there's one more. Yes, there is. I'm getting ahead of myself again, aren't I?
Yeah, there's still 3 rocks at the other end.
Yeah. I should look through that window I was talking about.
This time I've got the advantage because I can clearly see the other end, and you've got curlers in the way.
Yes. I wish they. So. And well, as they're waiting for Jen to get in the pack, as usual, thank you to everybody who has come. Thank you all the families supporting, and especially thank you to the volunteers, kitchen, bar, warm room, ice, and everywhere else that I've neglected, and as well as the operator, Dylan. This is a volunteer-run club. It runs on volunteer sweat, blood, and tears. So thank you to everybody who came out.
All right, so Jen's first rock is on its way.
Thank you for that gentle reminder, Dylan, of the count of rocks. And that one, they're just trying to get around. That one's going to be little light, little short.
Oh, it's going to end up bumping onto the red guard.
Crash the guard. Yeah.
Ooh, okay, no damage done.
No real damage.
Yeah, they do have the one.
Number 2 shot is fairly secure. Looks like they might go after it.
There is
aggressive shot.
Yeah, there's
low risk.
Yeah, there's a very narrow hit for a piece, but
yeah,
honestly, even if you get it, you might have to be worried about the jam on the shot rock.
Yeah, and they are holding a broom that says just draw. Don't overthink it, Skip.
Yeah, I mean, Team Fabian should be more than happy to just just steal the 1 again.
Yeah.
Not get too greedy.
And nothing to risk the force.
Yeah. Because there's not a lot of options out there for your sheet happens.
Yep.
With how many rocks are in the front of the house.
It's light, but
It's over.
So we are getting the word passed around by the coordinator that this is the last end. Time has expired.
All right. If you have not thrown your final rock, you don't get to throw anymore.
It has to come to rest.
Yes. Yeah. Final rock come to rest.
Yep.
Which is a safety question. It used to be rock out of hand.
Yep.
Of the next end, and then people realized
people
you
were
could drag
rushing
the game down by not moving rocks, and people were rushing unsafely.
Yeah.
So we don't quibble over that 30 seconds anymore, and people stop falling down quite so much.
Yep. No point.
Yep.
So looks like our game here on C1 will be allowed to start because I think they finished that last stone right before they were.
The time clicked.
Yep.
Good. Good. And you definitely want a chance for Almost Canadians to stage a comeback. What was the score?
So it
Let's see.
appears they hung a 1 point
Okay.
for Almost Canadians.
Okay, so they're playing down 4 without hammer.
Yeah, so this is a big end that they got to take.
Yeah, steal a 4. You want guards, center guards, all
yeah.
the center guards.
But not too many because you'll run out of rocks.
That's fair. All right, little late by Jen, unfortunately.
So
and Melinda extending the hand.
Yep. Okay.
And traditional end of the game.
So that'll be 1 point for Team Fabian.
All right.
And that will be our final here on Sheet B. So we will switch over to Sheet C with a side view onto Sheet D since that game's still ongoing.
Yep.
So
And
we'll
with
move
that,
over.
I'm going to leave you folks. Have a wonderful afternoon, and you'll probably hear from me later.
All right, so Sheet D is going to finish up fairly quickly because they're not going to be allowed to play into the 7th. This one looks a little light for Team Fannon, which isn't going to do them any good. They need to just keep things clean. It's center guard, but it's not quite on the center line, so the no tick rule won't be affected here. More than welcome to hop on for the next skill. Oh no, I was just saying you can hop on for this too if you want. Going to be joined by one of our which headset you got? Number 4. Okay. Hello, Naomi.
Hello, Dylan.
Welcome to the stream.
How is it going?
So it has been interesting. We had 2 Potomac teams on opposite ends of big games in this draw.
Oof.
Because the Waffle House Fight Club won big 9-0.
Nice.
But unfortunately, Sheet Happens lost 8-0.
Just trade some points, guys.
Yeah. So, and this game here, as you can probably see on the scoreboard, they traded ones a bunch of times, and then Team Fannon dropped a big ol' 5-pointer on them.
Wow.
Yeah. So, the Almost Canadians took 1 in the 6th, and this will be the last end.
Okay.
They've run out of time.
Wow.
So they'll finish this,
That's a good timing for that 5-pointer.
Yep. And we have a game going over on D, but it's only a 1-point game, but they're already almost at the end of this 6th end.
Okay. Are they going to get one more end?
No, they will not be allowed to play another one.
Okay.
So if it's tied, which, well.
Very exciting. It's a tight game.
It doesn't look like it will be a tied game because either it's going to be 1 red, and that's going to be a win for Ice Queens, or if somehow that red disappears, then it's a big end for the Cape Cod Curlers. And
the run back there seems tough.
Yeah, it's
But it is there if you somehow can software come around nose.
If you get a
the top 8 one.
Yeah, or so the other thing you could do is you can maybe get like a back 8 weight draw and push the red. And if you push it for 2,
we are getting tons of curls on that sheet.
We're getting tons of curl on every sheet. Seriously,
this sheet has been amazing.
Yeah, ever since they flooded and textured the rocks over the weekend, it has been crazy curly.
All the league curlers are like, we don't know what to do.
Yep. We were all totally fooled this week. Because they did all that in preparation for this spiel.
This looked like a bit on the angle.
But
that we'll do the
is
trick.
Just fine. Team Fannon just wants to remove yellow rocks.
That's right.
Because
at this point, rocks are not your friend.
Yep. Because they're just trying to count them out. Because
Doing a good job of it. Well, there's still more rocks to come.
yeah. So this is last of the seconds rocks
Uh-huh.
for, well, at least for
Joy
Team Almost
behind.
Canadians.
Looks like decent weight.
Yeah, they're sweeping it to try to get it buried.
A little
But
more curl. It will curl. It curls like insane. Look
so
at
there was
that.
a good amount of handle on that one, though. So
Yeah.
that's what the ice makers have really been talking. Oh, my. Look at what just happened on Sheet D.
Oh.
There was that draw that I was talking about.
Nice.
So, yeah, now
I
Cape
missed
Cod
it.
Curlers is sitting
They're in
two
trouble, yeah. And
with Hammer, so they've still got.
and backing, all the yellow rocks
Oh.
are top house.
No, that's it. They've thrown their last rocks.
Oh, so
So it looks like that's a win for Cape Cod Curlers, but it's one for sure. I don't. Oh, well, yep, there it goes.
they two.
That's two. And
We
that's
have
a win.
We have a final.
Yep.
Cape Cod Curlers against Ice Queens. Oh, sorry, we're all focused on this sheet C.
Yep.
Totally missed it.
Yeah, so I think Red just took out another Yellowstone.
Mm-hmm.
So really, I think they figured out that it's just count them out.
There's enough curl that could get even behind.
There's only one? Well, so apparently the teams on D decided that was a no. No, they hung a two.
They're
Yeah, they
starting
hung a-
another end.
They. Now
Yeah.
I'm confused. Yeah. I'm going to go see if the coordinator can sort this out because they look like they're starting a seventh end, which should not be the case. I don't think. We'll find out here in a minute.
Okay, I checked with the coordinator. They actually still have 4 minutes on the clock.
Oh, okay, so they will play a seventh. Okay,
Yes.
well then that game is not final. Well, let's get that one.
Back down to, well, it is 5-6,
Yep.
but now the Red will have Hammer coming home.
Yes.
And they just need to get 1 to tie, 2 to win.
And it looks like that is.
Did they run them out of rocks? 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, technically,
Yep.
yes.
There. Yep. That's the. Yeah. I saw the two skips hug, so I assume that's also the concession, and now they're moving rocks. So.
All right, so on She C, we have a final.
7-3.
7-3. Team Fannon.
Yep. That big fifth end was the difference maker.
Was it just a very exciting end of back and forth, or
No, it
tons
was.
of stones in the house?
It was just. When the end finished, it was a bunch of red rocks, and there was no yellow rocks in play at all.
Oh boy,
So,
that's always tough.
yep. So we will shift
Alright,
over and focus
to
on D.
Where this 1 point game.
Oh, and of course it always goes to the hack end. So we'll switch, go to the guard view. Unfortunately, again, we don't have as good a camera angles for our two outer sheets.
Yeah.
So this is,
We apologize if you get a little dizzy.
yeah. So well, I'm not going to move the point to zoom from here.
Okay.
I'll just switch back and forth between this and the overhouse view.
Nice.
That way we don't have any motion
So-
sickness issues for people watching.
So Liz is calling for a guard for Red. They need 1 to 2 points for this end.
Yep.
That's all they need, and they have hammer. So,
And they are sitting
doable.
1 for now. So
Yep.
here's the house situation.
However, it looks like maybe it's not completely buried.
No, they're going. So she just signaled hack weight
Yeah.
for a takeout, which should be plenty doable given the ice conditions. So calling for the sweep.
Frankly, gotta be careful to not over curl on
Yeah.
the sheet.
Oh, that looks like that's going to grab the guard.
Yep.
And there it is. Nose the guard. And nose the.
Actually,
Oh.
whoa.
Okay, so with that, yeah, yellow's now got the 1.
Yeah, sitting shot, but
Still plenty early.
plenty early.
Because there's only, what, 5 rocks that have been delivered? So we've got lots of games still to play here. in
Right,
this end.
Allison now in the hack.
Yep.
Was the call to remove? Oh, sounds like the call is to remove the yellow shot rock.
Yeah, that would be what I would do.
Yeah, given that it's on the top 12, I think removing it is not a bad call.
Though
Although
they just
the
flashed
line-
it.
Yeah, it was a little wide.
So Cape Cod is going to look to
Stick one behind. Oh, no, they're going to the wings?
oh. Yeah, Cape Cod is yellow.
Why? I am not sure I understood this call.
So they're going to try to split it. And
But you don't have hammer.
they don't have hammer, but they also want, a force just takes it to shot rock or to skips rocks.
I would steal at any cost.
Yeah, so this is also this is going to help them set up a steal if they're splitting the house, although that's going to over curl. And
I mean, you have a perfect good guard there to hide behind.
yeah. So that's really close over on the side between the two.
So if the house is wide open at the end of the end for the hammerstone, the hammer team wins. But it's true. You just got to prevent them from getting to. That's still a little wide,
Yep.
unfortunately.
So now they're going to try to put one, in the top 12, closer to the 8-foot.
So Cape Cod is not going all out for a steal. They're going for a force. It would seem.
Well, so if they outcount here, they'd be sitting 2,
Yeah.
possibly 3, depending
Again,
on the. So they're trying to split the house here.
looks a little light.
Yeah, that's going to end up as a guard. But
A guard is fine for the team that wants to steal. Liz is putting on the thinking cap.
yeah, she's going to try to go for that again. Third straight. Try to get that shot rock. Yep, control weight.
Olivia in the hack. Delivering the vice stone. This looks, although it's still going out. Oh.
Yeah, I think that's what's happened on all 3 of their last ones, is it just keeps falling. That it's up weight and with enough handle that it doesn't want to come back. And
Yeah.
it wants to fall towards the wall.
That's really.
Unfortunate.
So Cape Cod is now putting on. Finally, they want to go to the center behind the top 12 guard.
This is
looks a
looking
little
good.
Smidge hot. Oh no, it's pretty good.
Oh,
hot.
actually, no, that's hot. Yeah.
That's hot. It's always very funny to see the rock at an angle. It's really hard to judge.
Yeah.
But judging from the body language, the sweepers were not in a hurry to sweep it.
Yep.
All right, now Elizabeth is opting to come around the center guard and put their own on the forefoot if possible. This looks, whoa, it's actually touched the sideline and is out.
I think that's a problem another team had yesterday.
You're trying, I mean, when the broom is right on the, my skip put her broom on the other sheet.
Wow. That's a lot of curl when that happens.
And it looked horrible.
Yeah. That's when you know it's like, I don't want to say it this way, but it almost is something you see more in arena ice than you do in club.
But hey, at least
it
wasn't reverse handle. So
That's true. Yes, the negative ice is when it's really like,
yeah.
What are we doing here?
All right, so the Yellow Rocks are continuing to apply pressure.
Yeah, this is the skips first for Cape Cod. This one's curling a good bit.
Yeah, this one is.
But
it's not going to help them much. Not really. Oh.
Yeah, it's going to.
Okay.
Whoa.
Any guard is good.
That dug in and spun a little bit right there at the end.
Yeah. Well, it kissed another rock.
Yep.
So with skip rock to come.
Yep. So they're lining up the hit again on the shot rock.
So this is Elizabeth's first
Yes.
skip rock.
Yep, she and Olivia are down there talking.
She needs 1 to tie, 2 to win outright. With hammer, what would you do here, Dylan?
So I think this is the right call for this first one. Get the hit. Hopefully you get a favorable roll, so it's undercover, but it not, and not exposed. So roll it towards the wall a little bit, and then obviously depending on what Cape Cod does with their last rock, you maybe have a shot to sink it right to the button.
Yeah, I mean Cape Cod's best chance if it's back house is obviously to freeze. If it's top house, draw better. But this one looks like, it looks pretty good line.
Yep. So we'll see the roll here. Oh, just on the nose. And
However, even though it's outside of the ring, I do believe their back red rock is counting.
Yeah, it's close. They might have a better look at it from on the ice.
From the camera angle, it does look like the red is counting.
Yeah, I think so.
On the tee.
So
the last rock of Cape Cod, they don't have any choice other than really to hide behind.
Yep, they're going to try
the center guard.
They're going to try to shrink the scoring area down, sink it to the forefoot or the button.
This is your best stealing opportunity.
Yep. All right, well, that rock is on its way.
I forgot my timer. I wish I know. That looks like pretty good speed.
Oh,
maybe back house.
Oh, that's gonna carry back.
It's gonna be back house.
Wow, that dug in at the beginning of the forefoot.
So
that's
pretty. It's at least half buried, if
Yeah.
not fully buried from the hack. I don't.
So what this does is now
That's pretty good, Brock.
Yeah,
Good
Elizabeth
results.
has to basically do the same thing and use it as backing.
Yeah,
I don't think there's a way that she can push it all the way out.
and count 2. No.
She's looking to come in from the other side, though.
It may be poking out a fraction on the other side.
I
It
almost,
really depends on what you see from the hack.
I almost wonder if she's lining up a hit here.
I
Because
do
she's
believe
confident
so, like
that-
a soft hit.
Yeah,
Bumper is what Olivia device is indicating. So if you hit this out and stick, or even you're at the 4 foot, you could afford some roll. As long as you get that yellow pushed out of the ring, you can win the game.
yeah. If you stick, if the shooter stays in,
I mean, this is a riskier shot, as in if you
hit that red,
miss it, oh no.
Oh.
Apparently it's quite wide.
Well,
And that will be
yep,
one, I believe 1 for yellow,
yep.
and handshakes.
So that will do
Very
it.
good try.
Yep.
For Cape Cod Curlers, which I'm guessing is from Cape Cod.
Yes. Good guess.
I am so smart, Dylan.
Yep. So that will do it for draw number
What are we on?
7?
7?
No.
6? I'm just randomly
No,
guessing
this is
now.
draw 5. Wow. I am.
You've been here a long time.
So, yeah, that'll do it for draw 5. So to recap, we had Waffle House Fight Club beat Stone Savvy 9-0. Team Fabian defeats Sheep Happens 8-0. Team Fannon over Almost Canadian 7-3.
Yep.
And the Cape Cod Curlers defeat the Ice Queens 6-4. So our next draw is scheduled for about 10 minutes from now,
Yep.
but with the Pebble, it might take a few minutes longer. So
But
we will be
got
back.
exciting games coming back.
Yep. So it'll be another set of A and B event games. And we will be back shortly. See you then.
All right. Bye-bye.